Check this out, you guys. We acquired one of the biggest Game Boy and handheld lot ever in our career here, and ever at the shop. Can't wait for you guys to see. What's good, you guys? Today is Sunday. It's March 30th, I believe. March 30th. Already the year's going by fast. We're already 3 months, a quarter out, in the books. Today we are going to buy a nice collection of mostly handheld, for the majority. Really big collection, you guys. Some was just, wanting to sell out so they can, for family events, things like that. Maybe people, if they want to buy a house, things of that nature, it's a perfect way to kind of utilize your collection for that investment. Again, that's like one of the best reasons why you should sell, if that event ever comes or if you ever get that opportunity. But anyways, other than that, we are at the shop, of course. As you see behind me, it's beautiful. We're getting ready so we can get this collection out the way and we can start filling up the shelves, and then I'll go ahead and document a little bit more about what we get in detail as time goes forward. But other than that, hope you guys enjoy the ride. All right, so we got confirmation. He'll be here in about 10 minutes. We're gonna pay. Got a check ready. Open up the sheet. All right. Morning. All right. Here we go, you guys. Here we go. Cool. Got some more stuff? Yeah, a couple more. How long you been collecting this stuff?
Bro, since like probably like 11th grade, like 05 or 4 or 5.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
so you're like my
like a lot of it, but then I like most of it like recently when like now that we're basically kids with adult money.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, fuck, bro. Yeah. Like let's just like let me get the things I couldn't acquire back then. And
right.
So a lot of it is from my childhood.
Some of it's recent.
Yeah, some of it's recent, but for the most part, it's all like legit and old.
So you were mostly focused, if I'm correct, on like mostly handhelds.
Yeah. I wasn't big into like disc. Like I always had PS, 2, 3, 4, but I don't know. I just never. I was more on the go and like.
Yeah.
Like me and my buddies too, all of them. So that's probably why I just never wanted to do what they wanted to do.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, I feel you, man. As a collector myself, I get it. I really do, man.
And I don't know. And for some reason, like my dad too, he was the one that kind of like, cause he had the Game Boy. He gave me his old one. He upgraded, and then like so the games he would beat, he would give them to me, and then I would play them.
Nice.
And that's what like kind of started it. But I think that's why I was just more stuck on like handheld in general, and just because it was just always been there for me,
Right. That's a cool story. It's always, I always just ask just because, like, I collect Nintendo 64 because that was, like, my first ever, like, it was my console.
Yeah.
Like, I had to share with my brother, and he was already not into games at that time, so I just dived deep into the N64, and that's just my childhood.
Yeah, that's the part I trip out on because, like, I hated the 64, dude, with a passion. Just, like, like, I couldn't, now that it's comfortable to hold and all that, but back then I was like, that's so ugly, like,
no, I hear you, man. Like, everybody has their flavor, right?
And then luckily on handhelds, it's like you could collect loose, like disc you can't, so it's like it just hurts it. But like luckily these ones, it's like it's cool,
Yeah, man, and there's so much shit like you showed me. I was like, dude, just the Game Boy stuff itself. There's just endless amounts
it's
of
crazy.
things,
like that cookie jar has been like on like from like the past 4 houses, but it's more. I think it's for coffee, like. It's not, or like, I think it's coffee beans. That's what it holds. Supposedly, that's what it was meant for. But we just always called it a cookie jar. But it's been on our counter from one apartment to the next, and it's always in the same spot.
No shit.
And then I was just like, man, I don't want to even memories of nothing. If I'm gonna get rid of it, it's going to a good cause. Let's just start over, and who knows? Like we'll come back again. And
that's the thing. I say that thing to my wife. If I ever have to cash out in my collection, it's got to be for like an investment, like a property,
Yeah,
or
definitely.
something in that nature. Like I'll cash out my collection, because my goal now is to buy a commercial property to kind of
hell yeah.
instead of paying rent, because I have a house and stuff. But
Or even
that's my goal. If I have to chop a piece of my own collection, which I have a pretty
Yeah.
big collection, you know, I'm pretty sure I can use that to
hell
you
yeah.
know. But I get it, dude.
That's why it's like even get to the point. I was telling my wife, I was like, maybe he wants to get to the point where it's like you could just have employees and not have to come in, you know, like
ultimately that's
to
the
the
goal.
trust and like
Right.
multiple locations, stuff like that. But it's like
that's a goal, honestly, like, because I'm gonna outgrow it. But my goal is to not just be complacent here. I have to have something to do. Like, like I thought about that too. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, have employees and like not come into work? And then
but that's the fun part, is seeing stuff like this come in and like digging through and
I
stuff
love
like
it.
that. So it's like
this is part of my excitement. So,
hell
you know, it works hand in hand for me. Like, I'm blessed, man. You know? And I appreciate you bringing it out, man. You know, I know we're not gonna go through everything right now. Honestly, I trust everything is here. But what else did you bring?
So I just wanted to basically. So I know the numbers are not going to be exactly how it was. Right. So just heads up right now.
Okay.
But it's not going to be far off, like at all.
Okay.
Not by much.
Okay.
So, like I said, there's after packing everything and looking at everything, I ended up keeping two things.
Okay.
So I kept the Handy Boy and the View Boy, just because those have been the longest in my family, and like.
What is that?
The Handy Boy, like the attachment that goes on the Game Boy.
Oh,
it was in the box, and then the View Boy, it's just a magnifier.
Yeah, the one that goes on the OG DMV.
Yeah, but both of them, they had the box and like the styrofoam and all that. But the View Boy is probably like 30, and the Handy Boy, I know if it's like 150 maybe. And then so those two, like those are the only things I'm keeping.
Okay.
Other than that, so as we're packing these ones, because my girl was helping me, we're going through all of them, and bro, every game is in each one. Fucking the only one, bro. Well, there's two games. This one I cannot find for the life of me.
Okay.
So there's gonna be that one, and then there's a cheapy one. It's like a $20. Oh, this one, the Itchy and Scratchy.
Okay.
Oh wait, not that one. It's the Krusty's Funhouse.
Oh yeah, that one's not. That's like a 20.
Yeah. That's this one. Here. Those are the only two that aren't in there. But
these two.
Yeah, everything else, like.
I think I might have one.
But the bangers, you know, like.
They're all there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like the ones you showed me, right?
And you can see, like this one is like. This one was actually from my dad down to me. And
oh, no shit.
So this is the one where it's like, bro, this has been like not even seen like sunlight. Like I played it a couple times, but like you could see like.
Oh, he took care of his shit, huh? Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's
It's
probably
almost like it barely was.
And that's probably about like 80% of these like heavier ones are gonna be like that. But
that's nice.
So that's.
And then they all have the plastics in them too, right?
Yeah, all of those should have plastics. These I'm just throwing in extra. These are extra plastics, and these ones aren't marked as Nintendo, but there is a few like scattered in there.
Gotcha.
So I think that's it. So those two missing, and then the two that I took out.
Okay.
And then everything else should be in there, but
all right.
The only thing that might come up too is I don't know if you consider these like, because you didn't ask any questions. I was like, fuck, I hope you didn't like just jump to it, but they're like legit like good ass like brand new condition type. But the only thing is like there's no paperwork.
Oh, that's
no,
fine.
but these they work 100%. Yeah. They're like, bro, they're like no scratches. They're like flawless.
Nice. Yeah, I know these didn't come with the charger anyway, right?
Yeah.
You gotta buy them separate, right?
Yeah, same thing with that one too.
Okay. Yeah, I have plenty in the back.
But that one, same thing. There's no paperwork.
Okay.
There's just like the same thing. The condition is beautiful. They turn on. They work good. Like.
Okay.
But I just can't get my kids. And those like they're just it's a hit or miss. Like they're not for every single game for sure. They're just like kind of random. But there is some good, few $30 ones in there. Some cheapies.
Okay.
Other than that, like.
Cool.
And then I say this, but like, bro, this was my dad's too. This condition, like this one, and it has everything in it. Usually they rip on the edges or like the buttons pop off.
Plastic tray, huh?
Yeah, everything in there is plastic tray. Is like great on there. But yeah, everything. And then I kind of separated them. The one with these are like, so these are all the heavy GBA.
Oh, okay.
Cheap GBA. And then these are like the heavier, like $20 and up.
Got it.
Like Game Boy Color, yeah. And I was surprised about that centipede. I was like, bro, it's like a $35 one. But like just cause that label, and I was like, what the? And I ended up having like two of them. I didn't even know.
Yeah, the cool shit is like now I'm gonna end up having to fill this I'm about to rearrange this and put like a bunch of like the Game Boy games.
Oh, that's
like,
perfect, bro.
Yeah.
Like I could just imagine like
all
like
yeah,
type shit like that. Like
yeah.
because I had the best thing to display this is like fuck, what was it? Like golf balls. They go on the wall like golf ball displays.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect size, and you could put them like at a slant and just go like that.
Oh no shit.
And so that's what I had.
Okay.
And then for like loose, I still have it. There's like to display loose Game Boy, it was like earring displays, but you just got to remove like the little hooks. But the way they sit is like perfect, and they spin too.
Shit.
Yeah. So if you ever look on like OfferUp or something.
Yeah.
Oh, so I brought this stuff as to kind of like help even out a little bit of what the minus was.
Okay.
So not this, but everything else in there. So I found these after, and I found a random box, bro. But I didn't want to like keep bombarding you with shit, so I just figured this will kind of help even out.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, they're pretty good. So
yeah, that's
you got
fine.
like a 50, 40, and then that's a 51 too.
And these are just like
some dope ass display, you know, and the labels are actually pretty cool. They're good games, you know. So. But
actually, this will look sicker on the shop.
Yeah, hell yeah! I figured like, cause like I see all your posters and shit. I'm like, damn, this dude has like some dope ass displays, and people trip out when they see shit like that, you know, like.
I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna hang them from the top of the.
Oh fuck yeah!
Like with the little string.
But yeah, I got those. There's no game in it, but it's box, tray, and Manny in here. I figured you might fucking even have it. PS2 dongle.
Okay.
Throw that in there.
And then the other guitar. This is wireless or wired?
No, it's wired, but
okay, no, that's cool.
So it's just missing the game, but everything else is like all in there.
That's cool. No, this too comes through because I always find them without.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Fucking those are the things that are always missing, bro.
Yeah, so that comes through. I mean, honestly, yeah, I don't mind the.
And then this, it has a Game Gear. This is my childhood one in there. Okay. So it's in really good condition, like exterior wise, but it just flickers when you turn on. So I think it needs a recap. Yeah, but everything else in there, like the value is there. Like it's probably there's like 5 or 6 games, nothing crazy. Yeah. I think a $20 game was the highest one. Yeah. But the battery pack and all that. But yeah, if you could recap it and like we'll divide it up.
You got Squishmallow in there?
Oh, no, that was just so I didn't lose that shit. But
I'm kidding.
But yeah, everything. Then I have a box in the car that I was just gonna give you, like shit.
Yeah. All right, drip, drip. Coffee's ready. All right, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the next day. As we mentioned, we went ahead and put all the handheld games aside and separated them. So with that lot, this is all the accessories, the the game cases, pouches, all that. We put all the handhelds that we showed earlier, and we'll get them laid out, and pretty much all the the box games, 3DS stuff that's like non-cartridge, with the exception of these ones because they're boxed. But other than that, it was I'll go ahead and show everything laid out. We haven't laid out the big bag of the Japanese games yet, just because just for space, and we'll get to those. It's not a priority because Japanese games are not in high demand, but we'll get to those after we get to the bulk. This right here is the collection, everyone. Look at that. You have a wide variety. These are original Game Boy. These ones at first are probably like the lower range in value, but yeah, they're all there. I mean, it's not the whole collection, but it's a lot. And then when we get over here to the right is where we start seeing more of like the mid games. It could be like 20 and up, things of that nature, maybe up to like $40, $50 range around there, but that's all those. And then we come out here to the bangers. Now this right here, let me go and skip that. These are our GBA Game Boy Advance games that we got through the lot, and then some of the box Japanese games. Just so much color in this stuff. This is why, one of the reasons why I love retro games so much is just the box art, the colors, the nostalgia. Just they don't make anything like that anymore. It's kind of tough, to come across really good artwork. But these are all the heavy hitter. I would say these boxes, as I mentioned, these are like custom, supposed to mimic the exact cardboard box of the original title, but in small Game Boy shape form for the cartridge to fit. But it is really good for presentation. As I mentioned, this was a collector from childhood, so you'll get some doubles. It makes sense, like Tetris, Mario's, Dr. Mario, things like that. But these ones are all obviously like just one. There's no doubles of the bangers. But really nice. It's really cool. I love the presentation. And you know, like I mentioned, all these games are pretty much like in good condition. Some labelware. You got, like I said, some multiples of Tetris. Makes sense when you're playing, you know, multiplayer. Like I said, as a family, he said him and his dad collected, so it makes sense that they have doubles of most of those, or some of those popular games. And then we went ahead and at the end we got some more stuff from local people buying and selling and trading. We got some bangers right here, guys. Look at that. This one right here actually came with the lot bundle, which is pretty cool. I might want to keep this because I'm a big Street Fighter fan, and the box artwork, like I said, look at that. It's really nice. And then you got the Incredible Hulk for the Super Nintendo. Really cool Game Genie for the I think this is a Game Boy Game Genie. And then one of my other friends, my buddy, came through. He sells pretty often. He got this banger. This was not part of the lot, but this was yeah, this is super rare. Pokemon Center 3-year anniversary Pokemon Game Boy Color. It's pretty nice. It's like orange and blue. I'll take it out and show it at a later time, but yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. You know, just to truly end the video, or this segment, or this part, yeah, this is pretty much everything in a nutshell as far as the games go. Really good stuff. I can't wait to inventory it. I already have most of it all priced out. I just got to get it all tagged. Another thing, of course, you know, we got to figure out, you know, if we're going to utilize that cabinet to house most of them, because here, if you see, it's already pretty full. These are where we keep most of our handheld games. Oh shoot, I gotta move those out of the way. So this is where we keep more of our loose, you know, mid 20, 30, $40 games. But now we're gonna have to graduate to something like that where we can present all the games, and I think we're gonna make it happen. So other than that, I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. I hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys like and subscribe. Feel free to reach out on our Instagram page. You know, it's really easy to get a hold of us, you know, if you have any questions or anything like that. Appreciate you all. Much love, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Perfect. Perfect.